Hello, welcome to Maple Leaf Moments, the place where we delve deep into objective analysis and genuine stories about the economy, opportunities, and life in Canada. Then you have come to the right place. We will help you uncover the stories behind the headlines, bringing you the most comprehensive view of what is truly happening, whether it's a spectacular economic recovery or the challenges of daily life. We will help you decipher all the data. Subscribe right now. And without further ado, today's hottest topic is Signs of Revival. Looking to a hopeful Canada 2026. Signs of Revival. Looking to a hopeful Canada 2026. The following is the translation of the continuous prose script into English, maintaining the flow, objective analysis, and optimistic tone. We are living in an era of transformation. Over the past 2 years, the global economy in general, and Canada in particular, have undergone a severe trial by fire. We have witnessed escalating inflation and high benchmark interest rates, creating unprecedented financial pressure on every sector, from households to large corporations. This upheaval led to worrying headlines about the closure of retail chains, the decline of some traditional industries, and a persistent feeling of instability in daily life. However, instead of solely focusing on the difficulties of the past, we must look ahead with optimism and objectivity. In a mature and diversified economy like Canada's, challenges inevitably pave the way for adjustment, adaptation, and ultimately recovery. The year 2026 is projected by economists to be a turning point, the year in which the resilience and innovation of this nation will be most clearly demonstrated. First, we must address the two core factors that shape the challenging economic landscape: inflation and high interest rates. The monetary tightening by the Bank of Canada, BOR, was the necessary bitter medicine to contain inflation. Although this process caused pain, slowing growth, increasing borrowing costs, and forcing consumers to tighten their belts, it has accomplished its most crucial mission, bringing price stability back onto a sustainable track. With this successful adjustment, the forecast for 2026 is highly positive. Inflation is expected to be at or very close to the BOC's 2% target, paving the way for a series of calculated and sustainable interest rate cuts. This is the single biggest catalyst for recovery, as falling rates will ease the burden of mortgage and consumer debt for millions of Canadian households, directly freeing up a significant amount of disposable income to be injected back into the market. Simultaneously, lower capital costs will encourage businesses to proceed with postponed investments, driving expansion, job creation, and bolstering confidence in the future. If 2025 was the year of policy cooling, 2026 will be the year of reignition, thanks to the restored stability of monetary policy. Interest rate cuts carry not only technical significance but also a profound psychological impact. They signal the end of the belt-tightening phase, restoring consumer confidence that borrowing costs will stabilize. This is particularly crucial for the Canadian housing market, where a large volume of mortgages are due for renewal during the 2025-2026 period. Falling rates will soften the mortgage cliff, helping many homeowners restructure their loans with more manageable monthly payments. This foundation of family financial stability is essential to shift spending from precautionary saving back to thoughtful consumption, injecting new vitality into all economic sectors, from tourism and entertainment to specialized retail. The pressure from high operating costs, especially commercial rent expenses, was also a critical factor, but it has forced the retail market to reach a new equilibrium. The current commercial vacancy in certain areas will compel landlords to be more flexible, with lease agreements enabling new retailers, equipped with more efficient business models, to access prime locations at reasonable costs. Furthermore, major retailers are shifting away from costly big box stores towards smaller, more strategic footprints, focusing on brand experience and online order fulfillment. This optimization of space mitigates financial risk and makes the retail system leaner and more sustainable. This is not a collapse, but a necessary restructuring. This restructuring process is further supported by innovation in urban planning. Cities are encouraging the development of shared retail spaces and co-working models, helping small businesses minimize fixed costs while maintaining a physical presence. Moreover, support programs from federal and provincial governments, which fund small business investments in energy-saving technology, advanced insulation, and digital transformation, will start yielding tangible results by 2026. These investments, though initially costly, will significantly cut utility bills and long-term operating expenses, improving profit margins and ensuring competitiveness in the post-inflation market. The e-commerce boom and the irreversible shift in consumer behavior were once a death sentence for many traditional stores. But in 2026, we will see a transition from competition to symbiosis. Successful retailers are mastering the omnichannel model, redefining the physical store. The store is no longer a warehouse for inventory, but an experiential hub, hosting community events or offering convenient buy online, pick up in store, BOPIS, and return in store BORIS services. This robust integration confirms that technology does not kill retail. It merely forces it to evolve into a more engaging and convenient form. This evolution focuses on emerging concepts like hyperlocalization and ethical consumption. Canadian businesses will leverage shorter supply chains, offering faster delivery times and clear product sourcing, differentiating themselves from global giants. Simultaneously, the upgraded retailtainment model will include high-engagement events, such as pizza-making classes at grocery stores, workshops on sustainable fashion, or virtual fitting rooms, turning shopping into a social and entertainment activity that cannot be replicated by a computer screen. Beyond the service sector, core industries are also transforming. The decline of traditional industries such as automotive in Windsor or conventional energy is paving the way for a new Canadian economy, driven by sustainable development and high technology. Canada is investing billions of dollars to retool old factories, transforming them into advanced battery production and electric vehicle EV assembly centers, creating thousands of high-quality green jobs. Similarly, the energy sector in Alberta is diversifying by heavily investing in future technologies like carbon capture and storage, CCS, and green hydrogen production, stabilizing revenue and mitigating reliance on volatile crude oil prices. 2026 will be the year we see the first fruits of this restructuring, proving that Canada is not just a resource power, but also a global green technology hub. These investments are substantial. We are witnessing the establishment of gigafactories in Ontario, solidifying the province's position as North America's automotive manufacturing heart. Furthermore, the focus on the EV supply chain is strongly boosting northern economies, which are rich in critical minerals like nickel, cobalt, and lithium. The extraction and processing of these minerals will create an entirely new growth sector, attracting significant foreign investment and generating thousands of jobs. Moreover, the continuous influx of immigrants to Canada not only brings cultural diversity, but also provides the necessary labor force, creating robust demand for housing and consumption, continuously revitalizing the economy. Finally, even the barrier of harsh climate conditions is being neutralized by smart solutions. Cities are prioritizing the upgrading of public transit systems and enclosed shopping centers to create safe and welcoming destinations. Notably, smart infrastructure projects, such as IoT sensors for optimizing snow removal routes and upgraded street heating systems, will minimize traffic disruptions and maintain foot traffic, even during major snowstorms. Logistics companies are also using advanced tracking and insulation technology to ensure uninterrupted supply chains, turning the challenge of climate into a driver for developing unique, world-leading cold-weather logistics solutions. In summary, the economic recovery of Canada in 2026 is not a miracle, but the return of the economic cycle and a reward for extraordinary efforts in adaptation. We have endured tough times, but those pressures have forced Canadian businesses to become more efficient, more innovative, and more sustainable. The combination of stable monetary policy, the adaptation of the retail market, and the strategic transformation of core industries is establishing a firm foundation for growth. Optimism does not mean denying the past difficulties. It means accepting the harsh reality while seeing the potential and the strength of resilience to overcome it. Canada has been, is, and will always be a resilient economy, and the future ahead promises new and vibrant opportunities for everyone.
Canada has been, is, and will always be.
The future ahead promises new and vibrant opportunities.